Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Mi channel. Dragon is going to be possessed by Imu-sama in Mary Gyoza. This isn't just some random theory thrown out there. It actually feels like something Oda might have been slowly setting up for a long time. We just didn't see it clearly until now, with all the puzzle pieces scattered across multiple chapters, especially the recent ones like chapter 1150, where Imu's demonic form finally gets revealed and things get seriously intense. I think if we look at how Imu interacts with other characters and how Oda's building up Dragon's presence right now, this theory fits like a glove. Look, it starts with a fact. The Revolutionary Army has already surrounded Mary Joyce. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want, cutting off supply lines. That's been clear since chapters 1083 and 1084, when Sabo exposed the revolutionaries' movements and their plan to infiltrate the Celestial Dragon's territory. We saw commanders like Morley, Karasu, Lindbergh, and Bello Betty in action. So yeah, the revolution is in full swing, but Dragon himself hasn't really made a big appearance yet in all the chaos. And now, with the dark, intense vibe of chapter 1150, the stage is finally set for him. Then, there's Imu's new move, the Domi Reversi. It looks a lot like some kind of mind control or soul manipulation technique. With that, Oda's basically showing us that Imu can control even the most powerful beings. And when Imu talks about using this power not to destroy Elbaf, but to rule it under the name Mu, I think it gives us insight into how he thinks. Imu might not be out to wipe out all opposition. Maybe he wants to convert them, like the demon giants. And that got me thinking, why not use this on Dragon? Think about it. Dragon is the symbol of resistance against the world government. He leads the only group that could actually take on Imu and the Gorosei. That's exactly what would make it so powerful and ironic if he were to be taken over. Not killed, possessed, just like what happened with Brogy. The massive trident, the body control, the transformation, the new form, all of that could be adapted into a subtler version for Dragon. He's got strong haki, and he's probably awakened his devil fruit, which hasn't been revealed yet, but I think it's weather-based, like wind or storm. So maybe full control won't happen instantly, but Imu could plant the seed with this demonic contract as a first step, slowly corrupting him over time. And when you think about who Dragon really is, it gets even deeper. He's Garp's son, Luffy's father, and he's barely shown up in the story, which already gives off a he's been preparing for something big kind of vibe. But what if Imu's been watching him all along? Since the very start of the revolution, maybe Dragon has some ancient connection to the Void Century, maybe even shares a bloodline with Luffy. One Piece is all about inherited will and family ties after all. What if Imu already knew about this lineage and has held a grudge? Or worse, a plan. Remember chapter 908, when Imu sat on the throne that supposedly no one's allowed to sit on and held those wanted posters? Vivi, Luffy, Blackbeard. He stabbed Vivi's but left Luffy's intact. I think that moment was about choosing which pieces to move on the board, and Dragon not being shown might have been the point. Maybe he was already part of the plan. Maybe he's the horse Imu plans to ride into battle. Dragon's too powerful, too respected. He'd be way more useful as a weapon of Imu's than as an enemy to be eliminated. We've already seen that Imu's powers work on people like Brogy and Dory. Literal giants with lifetimes of battle experience, honor, and strong ties to Elbaf. These guys aren't mentally weak, and yet the demonic contract still worked. That proves Imu's power goes beyond physical strength or pride. This isn't just mind control for weak-willed folks. It's something supernatural. Maybe even a special kind of devil fruit that affects dreams or souls. The nightmare holes that killing him opens are like portals to where dream monsters are born. That connects perfectly to the idea that even Dragon could be infected, despite having one of the strongest wills in the world. And here's the kicker. What if Oda's building up to Dragon being corrupted, turning against his own allies? Imagine him fighting Sabo. That'd be devastating. He'd become an even bigger threat than the world government. The symbol of revolution turned into a puppet for the darkest force in the story. That's what Domi Reversi sounds like. Reverse control. Turning good into evil, using your enemy's power against them. Imu might not want to defeat Dragon, he might want to claim him. And worse, turn him into a demon-like figure. Trident, wings, tail, the whole thing. And look at Imu's design, covered in demonic symbolism. Arrowed tail, leathery wings, fangs, horns. They've become almost literally a demon. The idea of a pact feels straight out of classic stories about selling your soul for power. Maybe Dragon thinks he's making a deal to use that power to defeat Imu, only to get tricked in the end. Even the title of Chapter 1150 hints at this theme: Dark Reversal Control. Oda never picks a title at random. That might mean Dragon, the light of the rebellion, is going to become the darkest weapon of Imu's dominion. And one last thing, the revolutionaries are making progress. Oda's shown them winning ground. But in One Piece, every time hope rises, something massive comes along to crash it down. Wano's alliance was winning until CP0 stepped in and Luffy's awakening happened. So if the revolutionaries are winning the logistics war and Dragon finally shows up to lead the final charge, then it's very likely we're about to get a massive twist. And that twist could be this: Dragon getting possessed. And if he gets possessed, that doesn't mean he's completely lost. It could be that Luffy himself will have to face his father in a battle that's more emotional than physical. Maybe it's a clash of wills, because Imu really does seem more focused on domination through control than being a traditional villain who fights head-on. He uses contracts, manipulates nightmares, creates twisted versions of powerful people. That kind of power separates bodies from wills. So if Dragon gets possessed, what's left is Luffy's mission to bring his father back. But for that to work, Oda would need to reveal Dragon's fruit beforehand. Maybe when he shows up, he's already using his power. The sky darkens, lightning crashes down, guards are swept away by cutting gusts of wind, the ground splits like a cyclone just hit. Then he storms Mary Joyce, finds the empty throne, and that's when Imu appears. And maybe the magic book is there too, just like what happened with Brogy. The symbolic weapon, the choice, the sacrifice, the possession, and Dragon with all his strength might resist at first, but eventually give in. Maybe because of a planted memory, or maybe because of something Imu reveals. A secret from the past, a mistake Dragon made, something that makes him vulnerable. Oda loves using those emotional twists, and Dragon is a character who carries a massive burden. And this whole idea only works with Dragon because he's the one figure who still holds a kind of moral authority in the world of One Piece. He's not a pirate like Luffy, not a freedom fighter like Sabo, not a justice knight like Garp. He's the balance. The revolution needs him as its symbol. And when that symbol falls, despair sets in. But at the same time, it would open the door for Luffy to grow like never before. Because the fight wouldn't just be against Imu, it'd be for his father's soul. And that, finally, would give a real reason to fight for the throne of the world. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.